Today we're doing Jimi Hendrix, and I think this is the first Jimi Hendrix reaction I've ever done on my channel. I've, of course, have heard of Jimi Hendrix. I don't know why I've heard of Jimi Hendrix. I can't think of what his famous songs are right now, but I know for sure I know who he is, and I've heard his songs before. So I'm like, yeah, Jimi Hendrix, that really famous guy. And this is from the Fillmore East 1970. Well, I've never seen a young Jimi Hendrix. Wasn't he around longer and around recently? All right, I don't want to talk anymore. Let's just listen and watch. The Stratocaster. Wow. Well, talk about. Okay, so after this initial like Vietnam video, whatever, then it went back into like him. I want to point out, obviously, this is like an anti-Vietnam song. I'd never heard this before. But yeah, I noticed after a while, I'm like, oh my God, the drum, it's like a round of gunfire. He just kept doing it. I'm like, that just sounds like a round of machine gun fire in a song called Machine Gun. And I had to pull up the lyrics because it was a little hard to understand, honestly. And I'm bad at lyrics unless I can see them often because I'm like listening to the guitars and stuff like that. But this is a really cool, deep song with such a message. It's crazy that it starts with like, Happy New Year, first of all. Hope we have about 1 million or 2 million more of them if we can get over this summer. He, he, he. Meaning like this is the summer. Wasn't there like a really bad summer of like protest and like, because if this is 1970, was this like that 1969? Is that when like Kent State happened and all those other like big protests, right? I know a little bit about history, guys, just a little bit. Um, and then he's saying, I'd like to dedicate this one to the dragging scene that's going on. All the soldiers that are fighting in Chicago, Milwaukee, and New York. He's talking about the protesters, not the soldiers in Vietnam. Okay. Oh, yes. And the soldiers fighting Vietnam. I'd like to do a thing called Machine Gun. Then it becomes very artistic and very deep. And we talk about all this killing and evil man make me kill ya and we're all the same. Why are we doing this? And farmer, but then the axe and this and that and the gun. Hey, machine gun. I mean, this is like a really blatant, direct protest song. Sometimes the protest songs are more poetic, right? And sometimes they are direct. This is like straight up machine gun shooting. Don't you shoot him down. He's about to leave here. Don't you shoot him down. He's got to stay here. He ain't going nowhere. He's been shot down on the ground where he can't survive. No, no. Yeah, that's what we don't want to hear anymore, right? No bullets, at least here. No guns, no bombs. So it's just straight up anti-war. Just a straight up anti-war song. And it just says it direct. But I like the beginning that he's like addressing the protesters. And it says 1970. And I do think it was that summer of 69 when like a lot of stuff went down. It was kind of a tumultuous time anyway, like just with a lot, but the war was so unpopular and a lot of people were dying and yeah. And then if I think back to the Gimme Shelter song, which I don't love yet, right? I'm like, I'm okay on Gimme Shelter. It's I think, okay, so this is like very directly anti-Vietnam. Like you just see it's like, okay, Vietnam, like direct. You see it's very specific to Vietnam. I feel like Gimme Shelter is more like an anti-war song, kind of broader. Like, like, oh, are we going to have atom bombs? And like, is everything just going to like blow up? And I think it's more of a broader song. And I don't know. I think I like, and then there's all the like folky anti-war songs that have their own little folky way of telling the story. I don't know if I have a favorite way to be anti-Vietnam. I wasn't there. But there's just so much great music out of this era. So despite it being pretty awful, right? You have to think about all the art that came out of it as like a good outcome. Not that you always have to find the silver lining, right? So the silver lining of all the horrors of the Vietnam War are that I think we had like a renaissance. Like I think we had like an artistic renaissance in this country. And maybe elsewhere, maybe also England, right? And other countries who were fighting in Vietnam. I'm not sure everyone who was fighting in Vietnam, but I'm sure there was a lot of people. But yeah, I mean, this is like really cool. And that was just a really awesome. It's cool they have video from this. And he's definitely an interesting performer. I'm just like kind of scrolling through him and the stuff he does with the guitar with these like weird effects. See? He does this like tuning thing, and he does that's the machine gun thing. So it's just quite fascinating. It's so artistic. I had never seen this before, and I'd never seen Jimi Hendrix in the 70s. And I'm like, whoa, what else is his music like? It's just so interesting. I don't know why that name I've heard of, but all these other guitarists, like, I didn't really know the name of the guitarists of like The Who or Led Zeppelin or um, even the Rolling Stones. I only knew Mick Jagger, which I pronounced with an MC Jagger. I didn't really know, and he's the singer, not the guitarist. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I know Jimi Hendrix's name as a guitarist, and I don't know why, but I have to assume it's because he did stuff more in my generation. So let me just see if I am right, because I am. Wow, he died in 1970? No. He died right after this? Then how do I know who he is? Purple Haze. I've heard of that before. All Along the Watchtower. I've heard of that before. Voodoo Child. Maybe I've even heard of that. I don't know how I've heard of these, but I feel like I've heard of them. Maybe because people cover them? Like, now I'm just really confused. So anyway, he was the only guitarist I knew of. The other ones I was like, I don't know. I just know the Beatles and nobody else from that generation. I mean, I'm learning every day on these reaction videos, but this is really interesting. Huh. He died. Let's see. Where's his Wikipedia? I just need to find out how he died. 27. Is he part of the curse of 27? Like everybody who died at 27? Like Janis Joplin and Jim Morrison and like other people. Didn't Kurt Cobain die at 27? Isn't this there's a thing about like dying at 27? Okay, 1961, Nashville, Tennessee, ancestry, African American and Cherokee. Let's go to his death because I have to understand how this happened. Hold on. Death. Here we go. Details concerning Hendrix's last day and death are disputed. He spent much of September 17, 1970 in London with Monica Danneman, the only witness his final hours. Danneman said she prepared a meal for them at her apartment in the Samarkand Hotel around 11 p.m. when they shared a bottle of wine. She drove him to the residence of an acquaintance at approximately 1:45 a.m., where he remained for about an hour before she picked him up and drove him back to her flat at 3 a.m. She said they talked until 7 a.m. and they went to sleep. Danneman woke up around 11 a.m. and found Hendrix breathing but unconscious and unresponsive. She called for an ambulance at 11:18 and it arrived 9 minutes later. Ambulance staff then transported Hendrix to the hospital, where the doctor pronounced him dead. They ordered a post-mortem examination and that he aspirated on his own vomit and died of asphyxia while intoxicated with barbiturates. Hendrix had taken 9 of her prescribed Vesparix sleeping tablets, 18 times the recommended dose. What is a barbiturate? An antidepressant. Oh, wow. I've never heard of this. Very sedative. That's crazy. That's like a straight up overdose. Why would someone take that many sleeping pills? Oh my God. What a crazy story. The things I learn every day on my channel. Who would have known? How do I know who he is then? I guess I must have heard of Purple Haze. I must have heard it before. We'll do that in another video. If you want it, request it. Wow. He died at 27 in 1970. So this is like one of his last performances. That's crazy. Or it could have been a conspiracy theory because he was anti-war and they didn't want things getting out of hand. You never know. You never know with these spy assassinations, right? Anyway, what do you guys think about that? And what do you guys think about Jimi Hendrix? And what else should I know about him? I mean, this is like the first time I've seen his video of him playing anything. So, yeah. I just didn't want to be like distracted by the like Vietnam footage. I just wanted to watch him play guitar. So that's why I didn't show it. Because I was like, I don't really want to watch that, you know? And plus, then I'm not focusing on the music. I'm just like, oh, look, bombing imagery. Yay. Not. Okay. Please feel free to fill out my Linktree request form. If you fill that out, it goes to this beautiful form where I'm so organized. And when I finish a reaction, I mark it off green. This side is my tipped reaction page. It's that many long, are the white ones. These are all the finished reactions. And then on my non-tipped reaction side, there are some that have been done, but most have not been done, but they're there. So it's always for me to pull whenever I have time and I feel like it. So thank you so much for watching today, and please subscribe. And if you're a member, you get early access to my videos. All right. I will see you guys soon. Bye.